Alright guys, we are back with the Edison format semifinals. First, I'm going to do a special promotion for this big Edison tournament hosted by my sponsor, Epik Cards and Games, on Saturday, November 8th, 2 p.m. It's $30 entry fee. First place gets a Steam Deck. Second place gets a moderately played Ultra Chaos Sorcerer. Third place gets a lightly played Dual Terminal Bionic. And fourth place gets an Ultimate lightly played Miracle Fusion. So I'll be there filming this tournament along with some of the players that you guys have seen on the channel. So hope to see some of you guys there, and let's get started with the semifinals between my two War League teammates. Two-time YCS winner Cam the Man on the left playing Nitro Vayu versus the Sheriff on the right playing his signature Machina Quickdraw decks. Looks like Low starts off with Future Fusion. Now this tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. I believe Cam was undefeated. Now Cam, also this tournament was before, but Cam recently made top 8 at Deck Devastators 9, one of the big online Edison tournaments. But again, this is a rematch from the Swiss round, so let's see if Los will get his revenge because Cam beat him in the Swiss rounds. Does Cam have a win on the channel this year? Cam doesn't really play much Edison, but I don't think he has a win. Maybe 1 or 2 at most. Let's see. No, Cam does not have a win. Has not played much Edison at all this year. Alright, so Debris into Dandy. So Los is probably debating on what to make. Okay, he's going to special summon Quickdraw. Synchro for Drill. Synchro for Stardust. So he ends on Drill. Stardust, 2 tokens. Pretty insane opening. Yeah. He ends on a Future Fusion coming out next turn, a Stardust, a Drill Warrior. We'll see if Cam, I mean, an Arma Plague kind of at least deals with the Stardust. So here comes Greffer, discard Vayu. Let's see if Cam sends the Plague. Puts the Plague. I'm guessing Plague, but he might have other plays that I don't know about. But my guess is Plague. Yeah, that's what I thought. Send Plague. Now he can Goyo the Stardust or he can Brionic it, depending on the rest of his hand. Lowe's trying to bluff a Crow. In the main deck? Yeah, probably Goyo. Especially if you got a few back row. Yeah, Goyo. Take the Stardust. Now he's got 3 back rows. And Los is going to bring back the Drill. Turn 1 on Future Fusion. And he grabs back. Looks like he's going to grab Force. Yeah, Machina Force. Summon Orange Gadget. Search Fortress. So he's going to banish the Drill. Cam lets it go. Pitch Force to bring back Fortress. Bottomless? No Bottomless? Equip. Or he's debating on equipping, so... Okay, runs over the Stardust. Here comes Yada. Into Upstart. Goyo attack. So the Gear Frame's going to protect the Fortress. But now, Gaia is going to come out in half the Goyo. So it's really not looking too good for Cam, for the champ. So he halves the Goyo. And Drill's coming back. But Los brings it back in defense mode. Oh, Los' hand's insane. He has Lone Fire and Pot Avarice. He drew broken this game. But Cam's got 3 back row. So... maybe he has a Torrential. Los' board is... okay, so he could bring out Titanium, but Titanium doesn't play around Mirror Force. Debris into Stardust plays around Mirror Force, but not Torrential. So we'll see what Los decides to do. Since he has Pot, he might be... maybe he's trying to dig for Heavy Storm. Yeah. Heavy Storm just ends the game here. Just dig for Heavy Storm. Alright, draw. Heavy. So he decides to attack. Does Cam have the Mirror Force? Okay, so Los decided to play around Torrential instead. So here he deprisons the Fortress, discard... What is that? What the heck is that? Prodigy? Oh, it's because Los is on Caius. Yeah, I don't think Cam can win this game. If Cam wins this game, I'd be shocked. Whoa, 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 whoa. Vayu struggles to deal with Titanium. So, okay, but Cam had the Torrential. All right. Now Cam is up on cards all of a sudden. Oh no, but he's getting back to drills. Yeah, sometimes it feels like against Quickdraw you're up on cards on them, but then they get 2 back. Yeah. That's why I felt like he was up a lot of cards. So Los grabs back Dandelion. Activate Drill, 2 tokens, summon Debris Dragon. Synchro for 8, another Stardust, 3 tokens, and Cam Solemns. But he's got Drill coming back next turn. Los is at 84. Like I said, I don't think Cam can win. But maybe Cam will prove us wrong. Or me wrong. Alright, so Greffer pitched the Gores. Yeah, you're at 29. You don't need Gores. Send Sirocco. What, Vayu effect? Yes, Vayu effect. Bring out Armwang. Attack. Attack. Both tokens set 1. I think Los has a trap stun. Los has Debris, Card Trooper, or he's gonna add Debris, so he's got Card Trooper, Dandelion, add Debris. If his back row's trap stun, I think this is game. So summon Debris, target. Another Stardust? Man. He just keeps making Stardust. Call the Titanial. Oof. So now you can't even deprison. Yep. This is where Cam should scoop. Unless if he has return. Even return I don't think is an out. Yeah, I don't see how Cam wins. Let's go to game 2, Cam. Oh, he has Burial. Yeah. He had Burial, but it didn't matter. Alright. So the Sheriff 1 win away from getting to another finals with his signature Machina Quickdraw deck. Alright, so Cam goes first. Arma, send Vayu. And now Cam's going to set 2, pass to the Sheriff. And here comes Gear Frame. Rug, did Cam side in Rug? Rug is pretty good against Los's deck. When I faced him, I sided him because you hit Gear Frame and Debris Dragon. And if they want to splash a Caius in there, yeah, you hit a lot of their best cards. I actually think Rug is better against this deck than the Machina Hamster Raiko deck. Alright, so Cam normal summon Sirocco, attacks over Gear Frame for 200. Here comes Lone Fire. Pop the Lone Fire, pop the second Lone Fire. Here comes the Ulti. Oh, I forgot to write it down. Okay, so that's 2 games in a row that Los did not draw the Titanial. I'm gonna keep track because Los always complains about, oh, I always draw the Titanial. This match, he did not open the Titanial. So the past, I've watched Los play 10 games, and out of those 10 games, the evidence shows that he only he only opened Titanial once. That's pretty good. 1 out of if you're only going to see Titania once every 10 games, that's fine. Anyway, Cam's going to chain deck dev. Chose him Avarice, Force, and Fortress. Sorry, I got distracted because I'm keeping track of this Titania thing. Right, pitch Force for Fortress. Gores? You got the Gores, Cam? Nope, no Gores. So lowest level. Oh, Cam did the thing I always talk about, where he shuffles his hand hoping to draw something good. Have Oh, Starlight Road. Special Dark Armed. I have 3 darks. So yeah, Cam is just left with I mean, Los is left with Pot of Avarice. Now, did Cam top deck the Dark Arm? Okay, so he's got Regeki Break, so he's gonna play Pot, but Cam's gonna get to see those draws. This is the second time I said that. He's gonna get to see what Los draws off the Pot Avarice. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. What if he just nails 2 cards off the deck dev? Force, Future Fusion. Alright. 2 really good draws. So pitch Force for Fortress. But you might need that Regeki Break to stop the Dark Arm is the only problem. Yeah. That's the dilemma Los is in, but let's see, do you risk and just attack and hope that he's got nothing? I mean, you're at 27. So I think he has to attack. Because, well, he has no darks. But Cam could crash his Arm Wing and then banish the Arm Wing to pop the Fortress. So Cam could also have Icarus. So, yeah, Los is probably thinking about this, like, what are Cam's outs? Because if Los just doesn't attack and sets Regeki Break, and if Cam has Icarus, it's game. Yeah, he has to attack. So Cam has nothing. Pop. Now he's gonna play the Future Fusion. Yeah, but if you by doing this play, well, you can send Dandelion, and this will buy you turns. I don't know what the correct play is here. I really didn't have time to really think about it. So he sets the Regeki Break. So Cam summons Plague. Runs over both tokens. Wait, Cam, you didn't make Stardust? Oh, man, if you make Stardust, he has no outs. Should Cam have made Stardust? Depends on his back rows. Yeah, because if you make Stardust... Okay, so now Los is going to have to Regeki Break here because if he just goes main phase, Synchro for Stardust, it's game. Yeah. Regeki Break. And Chain Icarus. Okay, it didn't matter. So Cam. Oh, that's why Cam didn't go for Stardust. Makes sense. He had Icarus. Makes sense. I'm still not used to Vayu decks playing Icarus, so it's like it's not something that I think of. It's just I'm so like with Black Wings, I'm always worried about Icarus. I'm always playing around it, but with Vayu, it just I can't get used to it because not only have I faced Vayu so much, I've also played a lot of Vayu. So like the Icarus thing, it just doesn't register in my mind yet. All right, so Los. Oh, that's 3 games. Los did not open Titanial. So the past 11 games, Los only drew the Titanial 1 time. All right, so now Los normal summons Dandelion. So it's right now it's less than 10% of the time he's drawing Titanial. All right, so here he mirror forces him. Los sets 1. At least on camera. Maybe he's drawing it off camera. I think on Dueling Book, it's kind of ridiculous. I get Los's complaints because we had a War League match and Los opened his one Titanium all 3 games. DB is just different. Like, I think in one of Los's War League matches that will happen like a couple weeks ago, Los does shoot his opponent's Gale, and he redrew the Gale the very next turn, and I'm like, that stuff just would not happen in real life. That's the difference between playing in real life and Dueling Book. Like, that almost never happens. It happens way more on DB than it does in real life, just because the way people shuffle is just way different. All right, anyway. Here, Cam runs over, now that I'm done yapping. Runs over the tokens, sets a back row, passes to the Sheriff. Does the Sheriff want to end phase Dust, end phase Regeki break? Yeah, he definitely wants to do something at end phase, but chose not to. He's got Card Trooper, Caius. One thing I do want to mention, I think Cam ripped the Dark Arm game too, because I remember I was there that day, obviously, and I didn't perform too well, and I think Los was like really upset about the Dark Arm. So I'm guessing that Cam top decked it. Alright, summon Gear Frame. Search Fortress. Attack the Greffer for 100. Pass to Cam. Cam's got 1 dark, so Arm Wing attack the Gear Frame. Now, is Los going to Regeki break here? So he had the Regeki break last turn. Yeah, he had the Regeki break because he thought about it for a long time. Unless if he's just bluffing. Trying to give away false information, which Los occasionally tries to do that. Alright, so Cam sets another back row. I didn't mention who I'm going to root for. I'm going to root for Cam. He made top 8 at Deck Devastators 9 with this deck. He's making me a believer in Nitro Vayu. Him and Christian Urena. Talking about how this is the better version of Vayu, which I've never played it, so I won't be quick to say that it's better, but I do want to try it. Okay, so Arm Wing, run over Card Trooper. Los draws 1. So we're at 7,085. Here comes Debris, Target, Dandy. Cam, where's your oppression, man? That's one thing, one card I always draw. I always draw Royal Oppression. That card's loyal to me. Okay, so he goes for Ancient Fairy. Probably doesn't want to blow up some Yadas back there. So he goes for Ancient Fairy. Pass to Cam. We will move on to the finals to meet David Provenzo's Blackwing deck. So Cam summons Gale, halves the Ancient Fairy, attacks the Ancient Fairy, attacks the token. Say 3rd back row. And here comes good old Trap Dust Shoot. Yeah, I definitely keep in Pot of Avarice against... Or sorry, I keep in Trap Dust Shoot against Pot of Avarice decks. Los's hand's pretty good, though. What do you send? Definitely not the Stratos. I don't think Stratos is a threat. Caius might be a threat. So yeah, he chose the Caius. That's what I thought. Caius. So here, low summon Stratos. He's gonna go get Plasma. Or Alias. Okay, so he chose Alias. Fortress, Ditch Fortress. Oppression? No, he would have flipped that oppression last turn. He doesn't have oppression. Bottomless. Okay, bottomless. Pitch Force for Fortress. Attack the Gale for 5. And here comes D Prison. So 65, 85. So all Los has left in his hand is the alias. So as of right now, he can't deal with the Armed Wing. Here comes Plague. So this is gonna come down to what back rows are you afraid of? He's got 2 Darks in the grave. Does Los have Regeki Break? But what if Cam has Dark Arm again? That'd be... Well, in order for him to drop Dark Arm, he would have to Synchro for 8. Okay, let's see. Does Cam have the Dark Arm? Oh, I have 3 Darks. Oh, you can see Los is frustrated. Oh, you saw Los's. Oh, no. Pop. Oh, man. Los is cooked. Oh, man. Attack. You know what's crazy? Cam might have ripped Dark Arm game 2 and 3. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I can't see their hands. Only Cam and Los can answer those questions. And Los concedes. So Cam remains undefeated in this tournament. He's going to go up against... Wait, was he undefeated? No, never mind. Cam was not undefeated. Cam was X1. I think he lost the last round of Swiss. Yeah, I got confused because Robert Hernandez was the 1 seed, and he got knocked out by the 8 seed, David Provenzel. And Provenzel, who went X2, he went 2-2, snuck in the top 8, and is now all the way in the finals. So I think Cam was a 2 seed. He was the highest X1. That's what happened. I got confused. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. And if you want to see more action of these two playing in War League, please consider joining our members only. I also have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epik Cards and Games. Those links will be in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.